Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, 7th chapter, text number 13, we will repeat together. Yes. Tribir Gunamayair Bhavair Ebi Sarvamidam Jagata Mohitam Nabhijanati Mamebhyah Paramavyayam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. The whole world is enchanted by three modes of material nature. Those who are bewildered by these three modes cannot understand that transcendental to this material nature is the Supreme Lord Krishna. In this material world, everyone is under the influence of these three gunas and is thus bewildered. By nature, living entities have particular types of body and particular types of psychic and biological activities accordingly. There are four classes of men functioning in the three material modes of nature. Those who are purely in the mode of goodness are called Brahmanas. Those who are purely in the mode of passion are called Kshatriyas. Those who are in the modes of both passion and ignorance are called Vaishyas. Those who are completely in ignorance are called Shudras. And those who are less than that are animals or animal life. However, these designations are not permanent. I may either be a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or whatever. In any case, this life is temporary. But although life is temporary and we do not know what we are going to be in the next life, still, by the spell of this illusory energy, we consider ourselves in the light of this bodily conception of life, and we thus think that we are American, Indian, Russian, or Brahmana, Hindu, Muslim, etc. And if we become entangled with the modes of material nature, then we forget the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is behind all these modes. So, Lord Krishna says that men deluded by these three modes of nature do not understand that behind the material background is the Supreme Godhead. There are many different kinds of living entities, human beings, demigods, animals, etc., and each and every one of them is under the influence of material nature, and all of them have forgotten the transcendent personality of Godhead. Those who are in the modes of passion and ignorance, and even those who are in the mode of goodness, cannot go beyond the impersonal Brahman conception of the absolute truth. They are bewildered before the Supreme Lord in His personal feature, which possesses all beauty, opulence, knowledge, strength, fame, and renunciation. When even those who are in goodness cannot understand, what hope is there for those in passion and ignorance? Krishna consciousness is transcendental to all these three modes of material nature, and those who are truly established in Krishna consciousness are actually liberated. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for your participating in this Krishna consciousness movement. So, yesterday we were discussing this verse, Balang Balavatam Chaham Kamaraga Vivarjitam. Dharma Aviruddha Bhutesu Kamasmi Bharatar. Dharma Aviruddha. Dharma Aviruddha. Meaning of Dharma Aviruddha. Illegal, illicit, against the law of God. Dharma means the laws of God. And anything against the laws of God, that is called dharma viruddha. Dharma dharma viruddha and dharma aviruddha. Yes, sorry. Viruddha means against. And aviruddha means not against, in favor. So, the bodily necessity of life. We eat, we require to eat. Eating, and we require to sleep also. Eating, sleeping, and sex life. That is also required for keeping the body fit. In Kali Yuga, these four things, bare necessities of life, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Ahara, nidra, bhaya, vaishna. These are bare necessities of the body. That will be also in disorder in this age. People will have no sufficient food, no place to sleep, no mate to have sense enjoyment, and it will be defenseless. Just like we are seeing at the present moment. Innocent people of East Pakistan are being killed simply for political reasons. Some innocent people, lakhs of innocent people are being killed. This is the symptoms of Kali Yuga. The bare necessities of life will not be available. There is no protection in Calcutta. There is no surety. When you go out on the street, there is no surety whether you will come back home at the present moment. Perhaps you all know. So there is no proper defense even, which is not refused to the animal. Why? Because everything is going on dharma viruddha. They are going against the law, nature's law, you say nature's law, or God's law. Therefore, so much mismanagement. So here Krishna specifically mentions dharma aviruddha kama, sex impulse, not against the law of God. What is that sex impulse? Against the law of God. The law of God is that sex life is required for project, for begetting children, not for sense enjoyment. Anyone who enjoys sex life for enjoyment, he is a Sudra, a less than Sudra. That is the description in Vedic literature. When Narad Muni instructs Yudhishthira Maharaj about householder's life, the householder's life, when they beget child, there is a ceremony which is called Garbhadhan Sanskar. Not that I am today a very sexually educated, I must have sex. No. Just like Kardamani. Kardamani's wife, Devot, not Devoti, Aditi and Diti. Hiranyakashipu's mother, Kardamani and Diti. The wife was very sexually agitated, and she requested the husband to have sexual intercourse. The husband said, no, this is not the proper time. I am describing the story shortly. But the wife was too much agitated. So she obliged the husband to have sex life with her. And after sex life, the company said that your sons will be demons. So So, as a result of untimely sex life, two demons were born. So there is regulation of sex life. Therefore Krishna says, dharma abuddha. Sex life is sanctioned under certain conditions. That is humanity. Not life. Even in cats and dogs' life, there is some limitation. They have got a period of sex life. Similarly, for Grihastha, there is a period for sex life. After menstrual period, 5 days after menstrual period, one may have sex life for begetting children. And if the woman or wife is pregnant, then there is no more sex life. Till the child is born and 6 months old. These are the regulations. And besides that, when there is sex life, there is a ceremony. It is not a secret thing. They would call, especially for the Brahmins, they would call friends, just like Hindu marriage takes place, not by agreement, but in the presence of Agni and friends and relatives and Brahmins. That is sufficient witness. Similarly, when a Brahmin goes to have sex intercourse for begetting child, there is a big ceremony. All the relatives, all the learned Brahmins are present, and with their permission, he goes for sex life. Sanctity. Therefore, the child is born very nice. Because in such family, ordinary living entity cannot come. Suchirang simatanghe yoga bhrashta sanjayate. In the family of a pure Brahmin, Suchirang, or in the family of rich man, yoga bhrashta sanjayate. The persons who have not executed the yoga system completely or somehow or other fallen down, they are given the chance of taking birth in nice Brahmin family or rich man's family. So they also take care how to beget children. That is Dharmada Sahasra. This is called dharma abuddha kama. This kama is sanctioned. Otherwise, it beget demands, that's a cost of money. Untimely sex. Therefore Krishna says, when there is sexual intercourse, according to the scriptural injunction, that is harm. Krishna says, harm that sexual intercourse. In such kind of sexual intercourse, there is no sin. That is another yoga. Just like we eat Krishna prasadam by offering yoga. Jagyasishta sino santa muchanti sarvakilimiti. If we take Krishna prasadam, then we become free from all kinds of sinful reactions. Because the material world is so made that willingly or unwilling, if you are not willing, unwillingly, you have to commit so many sinful actions. Just like to kill an animal is sinful action. But you don't want to kill. It's sin. When you are passing on the street, you are killing so many animals. While drinking water, besides, I will say, all round the water jug, there are so many animals. When you, the crop, to say, spices, we kill so many animals. So you are responsible for them. Because in the Bhagavad Gita, I know, je pachan dhunjante te aghanga papang je pachante atmakarana. If you simply cook for your sense gratification, then you have to take responsibility of all the killing business. But if you offer to Krishna and take the prasadam, you become free from the condemnation. Similarly, we require to eat, we require to sleep, we require to mate, and we require to defend. If these things are done on account of Krishna, or as enjoined in the Shastra, Shastra means, as I've already told you, the orders of Krishna are orders of God. Sadhu, Shastra, Guru. They are the same thing. There is no difference. A sadhu follows the orders of the scriptures. A guru follows the orders of the scriptures. And Shastra is the description of the supreme law. That's why we are reading Bhagavad Gita. These are the injunctions of Krishna. Therefore, it is Shastra. Or anyone who writes in terms of the Shastra, that is right direction. If we speak Bhagavad Gita as Krishna desires, then it is right. And if we describe Bhagavad Gita to fulfill our ulterior motive for some purpose, then it is useless. So similarly, Krishna says, Dharma buddha bhuteshu kamasmi bharadvarsava. Those who are not following the principles, how to beget child, are not observing the Garbhadhan sanskar, according to Shastra, immediately the family becomes converted into Sudra. No more Brahmin, no more Kshatriya. If it does not follow. It is very easy to understand. If you do something illegally against the law, immediately you become a criminal. Similarly, Dharma Bodhidha. The Garbhadhan sanskar has to be observed. Otherwise, we become Sudra, no more Brahmin, no more Kshatriya. So it is very difficult to say at the present moment whether Garbhadhan sanskar is observed. At least in Garbhadhan sanskar we understand that this child is born of a real Brahmin. But without Garbhadhan sanskar, who knows how the child is born? Nobody knows except the mother. Therefore, the Shastra says in this age, Kali Yuga, because this Garbhadhan sanskar is not observed regularly, Kalu Sudra Sambhava, everyone in the Kali Yuga is a Sudra. Because the Garbhadhan sanskar is not observed. Of course, those who are observing, but it is very hard to say who is observing. But if it is not observed, then any child born, either in the Brahmin family or Kshatriya family or a Vaishya family, because the Garbhadhan sanskar is not observed, it is to be understood that the child is Sudra. Even if the Garbhadhan sanskar is observed, still by birth it is accepted that every child is a Shudra. Janmana jayate Shudra. Sanskara bhavedi. And if the regulatory purificatory process are adopted, then he becomes Bija. Bija means twice born. First born by the father and mother, and the second birth is by the spiritual master and Vedic knowledge. Vedamat, Vedic knowledge and the spiritual master gives another birth, Upanayan, Sanskar. Upanayan. Upanayan means coming nearer to the understanding of Vedic knowledge, Upanayan, or coming nearer to the spiritual master. Then he begins studying of Veda. Vedopathat bhavet vipra. And he has studied nicely Vedas. Then he becomes a Vipra. And when he understands the Supreme Lord or the Parabrahma, then he is Brahmin. This is the path. So, at the present moment, this movement, Krishna consciousness movement, is meant for creating nice Brahmins with qualification. Sattva, Sama, Dhamma, Siddhikha, Ajava, Jnanam, Vijnanam, Astitam, Brahma, Karma, Svabhavadi. So, Krishna says that in regulative principle, sex life is all right. That is I am. That is Krishna. If we can beget children to develop them in Krishna consciousness and thus become liberated from the clutches of repeated birth and death, that is the duty of the father and mothers rightly follow. Otherwise, we become entangled. Jechaiva satvika bhava rajasa tamasascha je matta eveti tane vidhi nattaham tesu te mahi. Because everything emanates from Krishna or Parabrahma, the absolute truth. Even Tamagun, Rajagun, all these gunas, they are also emanation from Krishna. Jechaiva sattvika bhava. Sattvika bhava means the consciousness of goodness, material goodness, sattvika bhava. There are many persons who are very moral and following the rules and regulation of the Shastra, or an ideal Brahmin. That is sattvika bhava. Jechaiva sattvika bhava, rajasa. Rajasa means the Kshatriya spirit, consciousness. And tamasastra, matta eveti. They are all emanation from Krishna. Because everything is emanation. Krishna or absolute truth means the original source of all emanation. Janmadasya jataha. Atahata Brahma jigya. What is Brahma? Brahma means the original source of all emanation, where from everything is done. So, all these varieties, they are coming from Brahma. So, Brahma cannot be impersonal. If Brahma is impersonal, how the varieties are coming from him? That is not possible. He is the source of everything. There is sattvic bhav, there is rajasic bhav, there is tamasic bhav in Krishna. Therefore, when we see Krishna's pastimes lila, just like Krishna killing a demon, that is rajasic bhav. There are many instances. If you read Krishna's life from Krishna book, you will find exactly it is similar to human activity. Therefore Krishna says, matta eveti tana vidhi, but I am not affected by those qualities. That is Krishna's special prerogative. When we are under the spell of Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun, we become affected. But Krishna, when you find that Rajagun is exhibited in his pastime, but he is not under the influence of the Rajagun. Even sometimes Krishna is found is under the influence of Tamagun, but he is not there. That is explained here. Tribhi gunamai bhavai Devi sarvavidam jagat mohitang navidanati mamebha paramabhayam. The whole world is captivated by these three qualities of material nature. The difference is that Krishna comes also within this material world, and the ordinary living entities, they also come within this material world. As Krishna says in the 4th chapter, Arjuna, both you and me have many, many births, but you have forgotten. I have not forgotten. This forgetfulness is under the influence of Tamogun. So although Krishna takes birth many, many times, he appears, Jalma karma may dibbam, but such appearance and disappearance are dibbam, transcendental. They are not ordinary. And if we accept Krishna's birth or Krishna's appearance and disappearance like us, then we are mistaken. Then mohita. Tribhi gunamai bhavai revi sarvamidang jagat mohitang navijanati mamebha paramabhaya. Mohitang. Because we are influenced by the three qualities, therefore we are illusion. We think Krishna and myself on the same level. But Krishna here says, no, I am not there. Although these energies are coming through me or being emanated from me, still I am not influenced by them. That is Krishna's position. We should not therefore take Krishna as ordinary man. If you take that, then Krishna says that mudha, apajananti mana mudha. Then we become foolish. But